All right, welcome back to the final credits. And today we're doing This is 30 again.
Yeah.
So for this month, we are talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. This is the best one out of the series. It made the most amount of money and is probably everyone's favorite movie here. No? Okay. Yeah, probably not. But so look, realistically, this movie came out March 19, 1993. It's part 3 of a trilogy. And what do you guys think? Let's start off with the storyline. How did you guys feel? Was it a great storyline?
Absolutely not.
There was a story.
No!
There was a story. Are you serious?
God, all right, listen.
Pray tell. What was this story?
Fair sir, allow me to explain.
I'm all ears.
Get a present for Master Splinter. Hand said present over. Actually, don't even hand it over. April gets sucked back into feudal Japan. The Turtles wonder, well, dude, what happened? We gotta get April, man. Grab Scepter. Four other samurai come back. They get put into feudal Japan, and
okay, look.
Hilarity ensues.
Here's my problem. Here's my problem with the writing of this movie.
Yeah.
So obviously we rewatched it just so we're able to have it fresh in our minds and not be clouded by a 30-year-old version of what you saw. So when I was a kid, I hated this movie. I watched it again and I still hated this movie. And the reason why is they dumbed down the Turtles way too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole movie. The whole
the Turtles are supposed to be I remember, I think in part 2 in The Secret of the Ooze or whatever it was called, they were supposed to be like 15 years old. In this movie, they're acting like 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's the problem with me with this movie. Other than the fact that they went back in time, the storyline and everything else, that was okay. The script, the writing, the dialogue that was part of this movie was tremendously out of place. They made it more TMNT cartoon of 1985 than the continuation of a movie franchise.
The whole thing was just aimed towards kids. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were aimed. This movie was aimed towards kids, like bar none. It was, like you said, the whole thing was goofy as hell. Like nothing made sense. Splinter, by the way, was the most useless character in this movie, more than any other useless character I've ever seen in any other movie. He had no reason to be. He was just sitting. He was just sitting the entire time making comments.
But forget about all that. Forget about the fact that he was sitting down. In the first 2 movies, when he said jump, they all like, okay, yes, Master Splinter, and they would jump. Okay. In this movie, he was like a sideshow. He was like a joke to them. You know, like they didn't take it seriously. In the other movies, he'd be like Michelangelo, and he'd be like, okay, and he would go and do his flips. This movie, it's like whatever happened in the previous 2 movies went out the window.
I'll say this: we watch several movies on this show, give glowing reviews, have very memorable movies. This is not one of those movies.
Hell no.
Absolutely. You would think, going into this, pique my interest. The Ninja Turtles, pop culture, our childhood. No, it was just a piece of crap that was rushed to put on the theaters to get it to cash out, to take advantage at the height of its franchise. It's better off as a cartoon. It didn't have the magic of the first 2 movies. No Vanilla Ice, Go Ninja. I just want to forget.
Well, Vanilla Ice wasn't a high point either.
Relax.
Vanilla Ice wasn't exactly a high point either.
I know, but it would have been better. It's better. It's still better than half the scenes in this movie.
Yeah. Can I say one thing about this movie though?
Yeah.
This wasn't a movie to me. I felt like I was watching a bad Power Rangers script that they just spliced out. The Power Rangers put in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it felt and looked like an episode of Power Rangers. It didn't look and feel like a movie. It looked like a TV episode. Like the budget was probably what it was, but it didn't look like whatever it was worth.
Speaking on budget, It was $21 million. What did we think about the animatronics and the CGI and whatnot?
Okay. Wow. The
Non-existent.
suits were bad. The
You
suits
know
were
why?
suits were very bad in this. Like I'm watching them speak, and the lips are moving, but nothing is like adding up. This is literally like it's bad dubbing, essentially what
Look,
it came
the
down to.
reason why, which kind of annoys me, right? In the
Mhm.
beginning of the movie, when you first watch it, it says, in memory of Jim Henson. And who did they go to do the animatronics
There you
instead
go.
of Jim Henson? All Effects Company. Like, if you're going to put in memory of Jim Henson, right?
Mhm.
Why are you not going with his company? Why are you going with a different company?
The same
Yeah,
one.
Instead, let's just
They shit the bed.
crap on everything the man stood for, right? Way to go.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It's terrible.
And if you're gonna do a Ninja Turtle movie, do it in New York, do it in the sewers, keep it classic. Yes, it has the comic element to it, and with some grittiness. Don't send it back in time to Japan. On paper, it sounds okay in other things, but not here. And once they're in Japan, the story's all over the place. The villain changed hands like 5 different times. Like, it was so all over the place, and that's probably the biggest understatement we're gonna say tonight. Maybe
there are two specific parts of the movie that I want to get into later in the video, but genuinely, it wasn't even like laughably funny bad at this. Like this kind of upset.
There's nothing
me,
funny.
to be honest.
There's nothing funny.
It wasn't at all.
No. Like it's so bad that it's funny. Like one of those moments. But these two moments like actually came to me, and I'm like, I'm slightly angry at this. Like this shouldn't make me angry, but it kind of does. And yeah, no, I want to talk about it later when we get to the scenes issue.
Also, did you guys notice that any scene that wasn't in Japan, like the entire movie took place in their little house, in their little like wherever they were hiding out in?
False.
Nothing in the present day took
False.
place anywhere outside that house.
False.
At least I don't remember.
Nope. Towards the end of the movie, they did one scene outside of the sewers, and it wasn't any better because it didn't look any different. And Johnny, I'm not faulting you for that.
Yeah, you're
didn't
right.
look any different.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's one set the entire movie besides Japan in the past.
And they try to maintain the classic element of the Turtles, like Raphael. Like, why are we hiding? You know, the world doesn't even know we're here. Just the rebel character,
No.
Michelangelo being the most upbeat.
No. You're wrong on that, Joe. You're wrong on that because in this movie, all of them were upbeat times 10 for no reason.
Yeah. No. With this one, I feel like their individual personalities were all watered down. It was.
No, they weren't watered down. No.
That's why I said try.
They were erased. Leo was acting like Mikey. Mikey was acting like Mikey. Raph was acting like Mikey. Donatello was acting like Mikey. They were all Michelangelo.
Yeah.
There was no other character there.
I'll be honest. Actually, Michelangelo was the least acting like Michelangelo. I'm gonna lead to that. Spade, please get us to the point in the video that I want to talk about this.
So let's talk key scenes.
Okay, cool. All right, this upset me. This genuinely upset me because this is like where we're getting to the point in the story where like the turtles all come in through time and everything. And Raphael is looking around and he's like, guys, oh my God, look at this. What is it, Raph? It's water. It's actually clean water. Oh my God, this place is so great. Oh, wow. And you know what? I can understand. Yeah, he's the angry one, but in this moment, I got it. It's like, this is nature. It's not the city. It's phenomenal for him. He is living his best life right now, and I'm all for it. Jump to the end of the movie where hilarity ensues. Mikey has a fake crush on like this one girl, and he's like, I'm the one who wants to stay here. And I'm like,
what?
What do you mean? Mikey's the one who wants to stay. Why isn't Raph? Raph is
it
the
made no
one
sense.
who's like, oh, I actually have a connection to this class. I became best friends with this small child. We flew a kite. It upset me. It angered me.
It did. Because, okay, first, why is Mikey having a romantic, a fake out relationship with this chick out of nowhere? She obviously doesn't feel the same because she's waiting for
Her husband
Yoshi
is
that's in the future.
Yeah. Oh my god, it infuriated me so much. And
Look, I'm gonna tell you guys. Okay, does anybody else have anything else that's memorable for them? Go ahead, Johnny.
So this is the one short little moment in this movie that I was like, I'm surprised that this level of detail was actually considered and written into this movie. So there's a scene that they're planning to go, the turtles are getting ready to go back in time and all this shit to save April. And they're about to go, and then they see I forget which one of the turtles, but he was like in the room, like dancing, and Mikey like dancing in his like doing like a hula dance in his little like pajama pants or whatever. And they're like, Mikey, what are you doing? And I'm thinking like, this is like a dumbass scene. What the hell? Here we go being goofy again. And he's like, so for those who haven't or probably shouldn't watch this movie, but like those who haven't watched this movie, the way time travel works with this weird MacGuffin item is that the person holding it switches places with the person also holding it in the past. So the person from the past comes into the future in that person's clothes or whatever they may or may not be wearing, and vice versa. So Mikey's logic of wearing this, these shorts into the past was, I don't want whoever's coming in to, just in case they're naked or like, since I'm not wearing anything, anybody who would be coming in my place would be coming in naked. So I want to make sure I'm wearing shorts so they at least are wearing something. I was like, that was a very good little detail that I am very shocked that the writers that wrote this monstrosity considered to make sure that they had right for this time travel scene, because everything else didn't have to make sense, but they had to make sure that they weren't coming in naked because they realized that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles weren't wearing pants. I got one thing I'll give credit for.
And one more thing. What a total waste on Casey Jones, who's supposed to be this badass bashing skulls. They
turn into a babysitter.
I love that. I love that actor too. And
waste.
And he was a glorified babysitter, and supposedly his ancestor was in Japan.
No, I don't think it was an ancestor. I think it was just somebody who looked like him because they needed.
I guess so.
They're spending so much money to have him in the movie that it couldn't just have him just be a babysitter. So they're like, oh, let's make up this pointless character who all of a sudden changes his mind at the end, like, oh, I want to be a better person now and save everyone. Like there was no story-driven anything that said that he had to be good at the end of the movie. Nothing.
The writer was literally just like, we need a Han Solo. Let's just this one guy. Let's make him Han Solo. Like,
here's the shit. Let's throw it at the fan and see what sticks.
No, here's the shit. Throw it at the fan. Let's just make a storm.
Let's just throw the shit at the fan and let the shit shower on us and think it's a profit. It was terrible.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I watched the movie and I was like, wow, I hate it even more now. And I started to notice that, they were dumbing down the turtles and everything. And I was like, you know what? I need to watch part 2 because I don't remember them. Like, it's been years since I've seen these movies, right?
Yeah, same.
And after watching part 3, I was like, I have to watch part 2 because there's no way that this is how it was when I was a kid, because I don't remember it being like that. When I was a kid, I felt like they were more serious slightly than the cartoon, right? So I watched part 2 after watching part 3, and I'm like, yep, totally bastardized the whole movie. The whole franchise went to shit because of this movie.
Oh.
Was it direct to video? Or did this actually come out in theaters?
No, it came out to theaters.
Yeah, no.
Should have been direct to video. Absolutely should have been direct to video.
Can't.
Yeah. So
disappointing.
Yeah. So this is 30. My recommendation: do not watch.
No. Stay away. Stay far away. Just erase, like after watching this video, erase like your knowledge of this movie from your mind.
Not to
Don't-
shit on us personally, but I'm sure a lot of people out there do know that this movie is not worth it at all. But we're definitely putting the final credits stamp of disapproval on this. Absolutely not. This gets 5 flies flying around poop out of 5.
Yeah, 100%. And
Not even the
those
flies.
are all the thoughts. Let's see what you guys say. Let us know down low in the comment section below. And with that said, we out.
Roll credits.
credits.
Roll